Good morning, boys and girls. It is Monday, May 4th. We are starting week 7 of our at-home learning. This week I wanted to read some books from Kevin Henkes. He's one of my favorite authors. I love his illustrations. He always uses animals as his characters, but I also like the messages his books have. So today we're going to read Wemberly Worried, and it's about this little mouse Wemberly who is afraid to start school. I want you to think back to when you started school for the first time. Were you feeling a little bit nervous? Let's see how she handles that problem. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things, and she has a little speech part here. He didn't put it inside of a bubble, but he has it coming from her face, so we know that's what she's thinking. I wanted to make sure you were still here. Little things and things in between. Mama, what if I shrink? Is she going to shrink while taking a bath? Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. And Grandma's shirt says, go with the flow. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on the house? And the crack in the living room and the noise the radiators make. And here it says, what if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? She's talking about that crack. And down here, this is a radiator. It's a way of heating up a home, kind of like our heating systems now. They used to have radiators. It says, what if there's a snake inside? At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. Too rusty, too loose, too high. So look, she's worrying instead of playing. Her worrying is affecting her. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? Petal's lost forever. I found her, sweetie. I'll wait for you, Petal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. And this little friend is saying, this is the best present ever. I wish I had my birthday today. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. You worried too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon Wemberly had a new worry. School. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. And the sign across the door says, starting soon. And Dad's little bubble says, I loved school. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. Look at how many things she's worried about, boys and girls. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? That is a lot of worrying. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. And Grandma's saying, have fun. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there's someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. This is Pearl. Sorry, this is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberly. I rub her nose, said Jewel. Ooh, they have something in common. I wonder if they're going to become friends. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry. And here she is, dancing along with her mother and father. Why do you think she's dancing? Maybe because the first day of school wasn't anything to worry about. She made a friend and looks like she had some fun at school. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our Wemberly Worried story, and I'll give you a little bit of advice that I always tell Jackson and Juliana when they worry. When they get really, really worried about something, I always just ask them, what's the worst that could happen? And then when they think about it, it does help them realize that I guess it's not as bad as I think it was. I think it's going to be okay. I will see you tomorrow.